Hello, friends. Hello, attention. I'm back again, Ozan Kurtbey, for the weekly tarot readings through the zodiac signs. This is our last video for this week, and we had stopped at the 6th sign through the zodiac signs. We had interpreted the Virgo sign from a tarot perspective. Now, the tarot is on the 6th sign after Virgo. We are starting from the 7th sign. We will now interpret, and from Libra to the last sign of astrology, up to Pisces, in the language of tarot. Let's see what awaits the Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces signs next week. Exactly, next week. In terms of career, whether it's school, university, then corporate firms, or if it's their own business, all of these are included. And emotional connections, connections with the mother, connections with the father, then connections with your flirt, your best friend, your spouse. What we mean by emotional connections is entirely based on this. Now, let's see what awaits friends with a sun sign and rising sign of Libra next week. What kind of possibilities are awaiting, huh? Let's see what is what, dear Libras, what awaits you. Libra career life 1, career life 2, and career life 3. Libra emotional life 1, emotional life 2, and emotional life 3. You know, next week on the last day, Sunday, the moon will be in Scorpio, the sign of death and transformation. What awaits Libra until then? Hulu, the 12th house Virgo, according to Libra rising, the 12th house is Virgo. The 11th house is Leo. The 11th house comes from external connections. After that, it goes to completions in Virgo, because it is behind you, the 12th house. Then it enters the 1st house for Libra. That is already the living space of the house. There, you will have the opportunity to review certain things, dear Libra. Then, the bombshell. Moon in Scorpio is in the house of values next Sunday. The house of material and tangible values is ruled by Taurus, known as the 2nd house in astrology. You will conclude from there, dear Libra. Let's see what the number 1 card says. The number 1 card says that next week, with the support you will receive, you will have the opportunity to foresee your path comfortably in your commercial life, dear Libra. You know, 1, direct support, and 2, indirect support. And you will literally say, at the view. Oh, what happened? I can foresee my path now. I feel relieved. Exactly, I feel relieved. From now on, it's not as you know. It will say, bring on the excitement. Let it come. This month, while in Leo, it will move to Virgo. Let's see what it will say in Virgo. What it will say in Virgo is, Sir, am I foreseeing death? I foresee it. Then this will be my order. This will be the order that makes me happy. Then I will head towards this, meaning dawn. Land is in sight. Land is in sight. Then I can rush towards it. I can rush towards the 10 of Cups. Let's see what the last card says about rushing. What does the last card say to me? I can invest there. The Queen of Pentacles. I will invest there. And even start moving my order towards it. One by one. Exactly. The foresight card is the 10 of Cups. My order. Happiness. The order that gives me pleasure. Well, and if I invest in this order, I will profit. Is that it? That's it, dear sir. Well, let's see what my emotional life says. In your emotional life, it says, at the beginning of the week, what to do with the news I will receive, you will be doing some silly, shoppy, smacking celebrations. The 4 of Wands, in a wedding-like atmosphere, it will be a start of the week. Why? Because you have started to foresee everything. If you receive news that requires you to act automatically, the likelihood of emotionally going zibav and rushing is very high in the middle of the week. Why? because you will say that my emotional process is quite predictable. Well, then I should leave a significant period behind in a rooted way. The Death card is saying, let me transition into a new phase for those with Libra rising. Attention! Let's see what the last card says. The last card says, get used to it. Get used to it. I'm revealing it. The last card says, the last card, don't. In your emotional life, next week, there will be some disagreements, heartaches due to these disagreements, and even the question, with whom should I establish this order? Because there is a possibility of integration there. With whom should I establish this order? Because with the news you will receive, I also want to come to that order. I also want to come. You will come, my friend. Does this part of yours align with mine? Your mind, whichever supports me more, I want to establish that order with it. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. How will you do this? Next week, dear Libras, this task is only yours. How will you do it with your moon sign? According to whom will you establish that order? And what will you do together with whom? We will discuss this topic next week for dear Libras. Because at the end of that task, there is a profound material transformation. An era is coming to an end, and we are entering a new one. Is this it? This is it, dear Libras. Now, let's move on to dear Scorpios, nicknamed the Kiss of Death. What awaits you next week? By the power of the shadows. Why by the power of the shadows? Isn't Scorpio the king or queen of the underworld? Well, then shadows. The underworld is full of shadows. By the power of the shadows. This is from a movie. It's in the movie. Kardeş Payı. The girl says, who sent you? Well, one of the astrological signs is Scorpio. By the power of the shadows. He says by the power of the shadows. I crack up there. I know the guy's a Scorpio, but I've been cracking up for days. Shadows? So I said, I'm not the only one who says this sentence. Scorpios. Scorpio sign, career life 1, career life 2, and career life 3. Scorpio emotional life 1, emotional life 2, emotional life 3. Let's see what it is and what it isn't. Where do we start? From the 10th house. Leo is there. Career life is in the career house. In the 10th house, it says, you might receive support from your environment and siblings. And are there any tasks you've completed before? For example, they have been completed. There might be feedback from them, and you can receive support along with it. On top of that, you have tasks to do next week on that day. You have tasks to do on that day. And Achtung, it's very important. Why? Because stability is essential. For Scorpios, it's a bit difficult to achieve stability because they are fixed and straightforward. Because they will rush here and there. Well, the sign is fixed. That's all for me, Dad. If you ask a Scorpio, they would say, this is my potential. Why, my Scorpio son, you are straightforward. You're straightforward. But with the power given by Pluto, in the name of the power of shadows, it's good when you say it. Exactly. Well, let's see some action. Let's see stability in action. And the promises people make to you, you will also manage your own stability. Maintain your stability, yes, yes, yes. You will both protect your own stability and follow what others say. Come on, get out of it next week, dear Scorpio. Get out, you need to get out of it. There's nothing else to do. Exactly. What does the last card say? Well, the last card, we are moving to your first house. Next Sunday, what will you do there? Because this is the period when the card transitions from Virgo to Libra. So, in the darkness of the 12th house, you need to maintain stability and your intuition, my son. Exactly. What does Final Destination say? And now, if we maintain that stability, look now. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, if we maintain that stability, with the news you will receive, there will be a celebration of Haidarin, Darin, Narin, Narinare, Four of Wands. There is a boing sound at the end of next week in your first house. The one. Number one house. Your living space. If you maintain the necessary stability in your living space, with the news you will receive, you can celebrate. Is that it? That's it. What more do you want, my son? Of course. Exactly. What does your emotional life say? Your emotional life says, as you build on it. Next week, you will become stronger. As you build on it, you will become stronger. As you take care of it, your emotional life will strengthen. As you build on it, you will become stronger. As long as, dear Scorpio, as long as your own subconscious or the subconscious of the person in front of you is filled with fears. Should we do it or not? Should we do it or not? What if we do it and a problem arises? What happens? You'll be left with what you didn't do. Nothing will happen. You'll just stay with what you haven't done. In the end, by next week, you'll be left with a third one in your hand. What are you going to do? You need to deal with those fears, my son. Of course. There's nothing to be done. I'm revealing the last card. Revealing it. Shall we reveal the last card too, maybe? Let's reveal the last card. Let's reveal the last card. Why? Because the helm is changing. The helm is changing direction. Now, I understand. Fear is my scorpion. When the helm changes, it knows it's going in the right direction of change. Especially, you need consensus in your emotional life. You need to take on responsibilities. Because ultimately, there are two people in a private life. You and me. There. Two people need to take the helm together. Well, one side goes on saying, Yusuf, Yusuf, Yusuf. What if they get scared, what will happen? Well, then why did we put in the effort we did? Won't they ask? They will ask. Well, someone needs to take the helm. In fact, two people need to take the helm together. Next week, where will you establish that stability? I have no idea. You need to establish it somewhere within yourself. Of course, hopefully, you won't use the wrong organ to establish it. Now, let's talk about flying kitties. What are they? What aren't they? Dear Sagittarians, for next week, it starts from the 9th house. So, there might be some opportunities at the beginning of the week. Why? You already own house number 9. And Sagittarius, Jupiter, well, it also brings enthusiasm. It can. I wouldn't be surprised if it brings enthusiasm. Sagittarius sign career life 1, career life 2, and career life 3. Sagittarius sign, emotional life 1. Emotional life, there's such a thing as shame. Emotional life 2 and emotional life 3. Let's see where the career life is heading. Career life says, here you go, take it. Next week. Now, since we're Sagittarius, we can foresee some things. So, if you have prejudices among the things you can foresee, what will you do? You see it as a foresight, but it is actually a prejudice. So, what happened? Oh, well, it won't happen anyway. I mean, it just came to me, like that. It didn't come to you, son. That's your prejudice. It didn't come to you. When combined with the news you will receive, even at the beginning of the week, events that seem like boredom are not actually boring events. But that's your prejudice. A solidified, rock-hard prejudice. Do you know what that prejudice does to you? It puts you in a vicious cycle. You keep experiencing the same thing until you notice it. That's why a surprise is coming. What did I just say earlier? What did I just say? The 9th house. Surprising developments, opportunities. They need to be evaluated well. So, since we're in the middle of the week, if those surprising developments are going to transform your life fundamentally, what do? What happens if you, with your prejudice, blatantly throw away those surprising developments that are going to prepare that transformation and fundamentally change your life? Others progress while you stay in the same place because everyone else will completely change. Can't we start over? We can't, man. Halfway. Because this is a fundamental change. You're not just jumping over a ditch. It's a fundamental change. Meaning the level changes. You'll be stuck at the other level, and on this level, may God bless it. The money comes in. The soup comes, the barbecue comes. Everything comes. Give God, give God, give. I missed that part because of my prejudices. Man, because of those prejudices, you miss the whole world. Oh my God, of course. Let's look at your emotional life. What's happening there? It's the beginning of a very beautiful period in your emotional life as well. A very beautiful period is beginning. But now, I know the situation of Sagittarius in emotional life. It's manageable, it's manageable. Like a fly, it's manageable. It's variable, it's manageable. Okay. And they crack jokes. So, if it's a time when you need to speak, when you need to form a sentence, what will you do then? What will happen to those things you managed? It bothered me, I managed. It bothered me, I managed. It bothered me, I managed. You really messed up. Why didn't you say anything, man? I was afraid of losing. Is it better now? Losing? You're passing the death card. So? Then what does the Sagittarius I know do? What do? They push other possibilities. What? You acted with prejudice, and then they try to manipulate. Of course, to the other one, they say they did this, and this to me. No, ask. Let them explain. They did this, and this to me? No, there's no such thing. I acted extremely prejudiced. So, I reversed the situation. Turns out I shouldn't have done that. In this case, you try to manipulate everyone around you. So, if they buy it, what will you do if they don't? If they don't buy it, they don't. Then there's nothing to be done. So, you're going to miss this too then. Yeah. Even worse, you're going to miss this too. There's no such thing as shame. Now let's come to the cardinal of the Earth, Deer, Capricorn signs. Let's see what it is and what it isn't. Dum. Capricorn career life 1, Capricorn career life 2, and Capricorn career life 3. How nicely it makes people confront themselves, right? That is, if you can confront, if there is. Capricorn emotional life 1, Capricorn emotional life 2, and emotional life 3. What does the number 1 card say about your commercial life? It says, will you bring enthusiasm to your commercial life at the beginning of the week? 4 of Wands. This week is officially a week of celebration. Hey folks, wake up. I mean all zodiac signs. This week is officially a week of celebration. If you take it, if Capricorn dives into that celebration with that news, do you know what they'll do by the end of the week? At the beginning of the month, Scorpio will be drooling all over. Well, there's profit here. There's profit here. The Knight of Wands. For this, but you need to make small-scale relocations. Those also mean risk for you. Even the slightest change means risk. I come to this table every morning, and then I move from this table to there. This morning, you'll need to start from that table. Come on. If there's trouble, there's nothing you can do. You'll have to sort it out then. If there's trouble. Because by the end of the week, from the previous tables, from the previous experiences, tables, stations, whatever you call them, what have we experienced? Now it's time to showcase them. What you call trouble, those are experiences. It's time to showcase with those experiences and to go celebrate with what you showcase. Dear Capricorn, no, I had done it before and there was trouble. That's why I'm not doing it now. My ambition was stifled. You're really messing up. You know it well. Exactly, you're really messing up, as you know. Let's see. What's in the emotional connections? In emotional connections, bro, you need to put in quite a solid effort next week. You need to put in a solid effort. In fact, you'll put in so much effort that you won't even need to wipe your mouth. I'll take care of the effort. That's how much, and you need to do this with a goal-oriented approach. And you shouldn't let it show. If you're displaying a superficial attitude, you shouldn't let it show so that you don't fall into the same trap again. Do you know what Final Destination says? The more effort you put in there, you'll elevate your own life and values without even realizing it. There's something called shame now. Exactly. If you run away, saying there's a problem. Oh, alas. What did I do? What happened? I didn't do it because I thought there would be a problem, it turns out. It was the last ditch. Really? There's nothing to be done. Now let's come to the geniuses of the heart. Dear Aquarius signs, you die directly in the 8th house. The owner of the 8th house is Scorpio. Sun, it's direct death. Really? It's not like you know. It's not like that at all. To that extent, exactly. Yes, let's see. Aquarius signs career life, number 1. I say the 8th house, but the owner of the 8th house is Scorpio. Well, in this case, Pluto. Where is Pluto? In the 1st house of Kuma. Go, if you dare. You provoke your own living space, automatically. Aquarius signs career life, number 2. Aquarius signs career life, number 3. Aquarius signs emotional life, number 1. Emotional life, number 2. And emotional life, number 3. What does it say about your commercial life for next week? Struggle, your struggle. You know the struggle. What happened to it? Exactly, keep going. You're on the ground with the wands. Sun, are you not going to blow things out of proportion next week? Promise. Promise. Then it's settled. Then done. Because when you reach the middle of the week, you'll start to see how everything is transforming from A to Z. By the power of shadows, Scorpio. Sun, it's not a joke. Exactly. Scorpio, this is not a joke. If you blow things out of proportion, by the end of the week, you'll panic like an Aquarius. I know, don't I know my own stuff? My moon sign is also Aquarius, Sun. Exactly. So, what does Final Destination say about next week? It says to brace yourself accordingly, enter the struggle accordingly. Brace yourself for it. Until the end of the week, continuously, including the end of the week, but continuously. Because the moon is in Scorpio, it's not a joke. It starts in the 8th house at the beginning of the week. So, at the end of the week, it goes to the owner of the 8th house. Wow. Honestly, first to the tenant. So, and then, where is the moon at the end of the week in Scorpio? Boom, the 1st house. You need to carry on your business life continuously, without dropping your guard at all. So, should we not get into emotional life? Since my moon sign is Aquarius, should we not get into emotional life? Let's not get into it. But we already have. There's nothing we can do. The 4 of Wands, at least we are getting away with it from there. Dear Aquarians, we are getting away with it from there. Really? Honestly? Oh. So, try. Where does it go from there? The news from there is so positive to that extent. The news is so positive. I mean, you'll want to do everything one after another. As we say one after another, it is now connected to the last card. It's now tied to the last card. Wow. Air, water, fire, earth, whatever God has given. How do you know there's the Lover's card, man? In your spread, there are 2 major arcana. It appeals to your mind. At the same time, it appeals to your skin. 2 are material. Both are there. Both are there. You need to add your mind into it. If you add your mind, you'll form Voltron next week, dear Aquarius. Both in your emotional life and in your business life. Add your brain into it. The right skin will also come. And the right material too. It leads you towards a profound transformation. Mayday, mayday. Don't say, you didn't hear, dear Aquarians. Later saying, I didn't know, won't work. Exactly. Now let's move on to Pisces. What is it? What isn't it? The 7th house, my son. Isn't it the 7th house? No, from 6 to 7. Really? Of course. If Pisces is rising, Virgo is descending. So? But at the beginning of the week, the moon is in Leo, in the 6th house. You're diving into organizations. And after that, serious work, serious relationships. Finally, in the house of death, the balances are changing. So, Pisces, next week. Might pass away. We'll see now how much you pass away. Is it you who passes away? Who does what to whom? We'll see who does what to whom for next week. Pisces sign, career life 1, career life 2, and career life 3. Who does what to whom though? Pisces signs emotional life 1, emotional life 2, while they're about to do something scary, the last card. This is not the last card. Emotional life 3 plus 6, 6, 7, 8. Son, if I already tore that, you're reaching 9. Clean, A number one month in your commercial life. When you evaluate all the possibilities, you can say that, Mr. Pisces, but only if you evaluate those possibilities. If you don't evaluate them, then why are you asking anyone why it didn't happen? They'll look at you like this. What happened? Why are you staring blankly? Son, did you actually evaluate the possibilities? Did you see which possibility? It wasn't even in your horoscope. He even asks without shame. Asked without shame. Did you focus in the middle of the week? While the moon was in Virgo? Serious work, serious relationships. Yes. Did you focus? On what? Wow. On what even? Dude, the level of shamelessness has reached a new height. Did you notice? I noticed. You say be quiet, but if I open the last card, you will see that silence. If I reveal the last card, you'll see. Then you'll look for values like civilized effectiveness. Why am I so worthless? Because you didn't evaluate the possibilities, my brother. There is such a thing as shame. I didn't get up from my place. I didn't do anything. But don't go overboard with the psycho stuff. Now, don't go overboard with what this one says either. Keep it balanced. You should keep it balanced. In your commercial life, but in your emotional life. It says for your emotional life, close to the week. Yeah, I'd say don't overdo it, but don't go overboard with the psycho stuff. Because at the beginning of the week, there's a chance you might go overboard with the psycho stuff. Also, if you spend too much on your personal life, you'll end up feeling worthless by the end of the week. I'm telling you in advance. Do it in the middle of the week, because as you do, you'll get stronger in your emotional life. Don't overdo it. If you do, you'll crash. So why did it explode inside you? You think it exploded inside you, right? Where else did it explode? Don't even ask. I mean, don't ask. I'm not old enough. I can't say. I'm not old enough. I can't say. So, you know why you're doing all this, right? Why? Because of your fear of losing. Well, I'm really messing up. So, you acted out of fear of losing. And what happened now? You have nothing left in your hands. Neither what was in front of you, nor what was in your pocket is left. And then you were left with nothing. Everything of mine is gone. No way. Come on. Really? Act accordingly. Don't make the fish sick. Next week. Is this it? That's it. Friends, that's all from me. See you in next week's broadcasts. I'm Ozan Kurtbash. Now I'm saying anime lesson to everyone. Miss me, my dear? Exactly.